of Reese on the Radio. Whack FM.
All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
What's wrong with being an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times?
Do you want to be an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times?
Yeah, I think I'd like to be an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times. Then grab it! Grab it!
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Turn on, tune in, and drop out.
Yeah, I'm super cool.
I never once said nagada.
I think everyone wants to know where we came from and how the universe began.
You know what I'm saying?
I have sinned against you.
Reese.
Hey, what's going on there? All you scallywags out there. It's the Reese on the Radio rundown. I got to admit, folks, I don't have a lot of news for you. I'm running late. I'm all over the place. But I want to give a shout out, if I could, to Dave, to John, and to Eric, who endured my long story about how I got here, and my journey. And hello, Carl. I was pretty much hanging out with them because I am DJing an event tomorrow, and I got caught up in conversation with John and Dave. John is the person who I started referring to as the ambiguously... what I call him? Oh, John the ambiguous liberal. Or, yeah, I think that's what I called him. John the ambiguous liberal is what I called him. Why is this thing running slow on here? I don't think that this should be doing that. I'm getting kind of a slow feed, but I think that's because I have so many windows up. So forgive me, folks, if my system, or if you see any stagnation on the feed. I'm going to actually double check it now just to make sure that that's not happening. Okay, it looks like it's a little slow. That could be for a host of reasons. Yeah, the video looks to be a bit interrupted, and I think that has everything to do with the feed that I'm on. So forgive me. I'll work it out somewhere over here. Maybe one of the windows that I have up. Okay, I don't need that. That's nonsense. This is, okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, so everything else should be running pretty much copacetic, but it's not for some reason. And I know it has nothing to do with my feed here, because everything else seems to be going okay. So give it a minute. If it's a little slow, my apologies. Just let me know in the chat room. I'm here watching and listening. Thomas and Sarah said hello. Hey, hello, Thomas and Sarah. And thank you for tuning in. Anyway, let me get into this, folks. There's a whole bunch of things that I need to get into. Listen, folks, let's get these shots fired real quick. Those shots are for Alex Rodriguez. Now, I'm not going to put any pictures up today, folks. I didn't have any time to do all that because I'm running late. But you know who Alex Rodriguez is. Alex Rodriguez, former Texas Ranger, one of the highest paid baseball players ever in the land during the time, back in 2004. Got traded to the Yankees, was caught and found out that he was doing steroids, that he was a steroids user, that he faked the funk when he was with the Texans, the Texas Rangers, and got a bloated contract when he was on steroids, and then got another contract with the Yankees. When he was at the Yankees, he played third base because even though he was a shortstop, when he was with the Rangers, he tried to take over shortstops, but Derek Jeter wasn't giving it up, and the New York fans weren't going to give it up for some hot shot out of Texas when the captain, Mr. Derek Jeter, was going to always play sponge. That's a whole stupid nonsense. But anyway, folks, feast your eyes on this, okay? Alex Rodriguez, who I never liked. I never liked this guy. Not because he was a Texas Ranger, not because he was a New York Yankee, because I hate the Yankees. I haven't liked the Yankees since 77, folks, and that's when I was 8. I'm 51 going on 52. That's how long I've hated the Yankees. Hated. I'm born and raised in New York. God damn it, I'm a Red Sox fan. A Red Sox fan. Let's go, Bo Sox. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Wicked awesome. That's right. But Alex Rodriguez is a joke. He's a Bush League player. He's always been straight garbage. I don't like his accent. I don't like him. And now I have new reason to despise this Dominican. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Rodriguez has got the audacity to start a Makeup for Men organization. That's right. Oh, hell. He gets full barrel. Alex Rodriguez. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You probably think he's a hot tamale, don't you? Well, guess what? You only like him if you're a lesbian. Following the breakup with Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez is going for a glow-up. The former baseball pro, who's 45, teamed up with him and hers, the beauty and wellness company, in which he and Lopez, 51, became investors together last year, to develop the brand's first makeup for men. I wanted to create a product that solved an issue I faced every day. I realized that I was jumping from meeting to meeting, and I needed something quick and easy in my routine to conceal blemishes and razor bumps, Rodriguez said. That's right, I was trying to clear up razor bumps. And so now it's got a picture of Alex Rodriguez with his finger, and he's all smiling like, hey, look at me. I'm a bitch. Look at me. I've bitched out. I'm going to clear up my blemishes. Ah. He's all dainty looking. What up, bitch? Alex Rodriguez. He's demonstrating, it's called the blur stick. Fagat. Absolute fagat. Mike says, I absolutely hate Alex Rodriguez. Why did he get a pass for his steroid scandal and not the Lance Armstrong? That's right. Good point. Lance Armstrong. That's right. The pariah treatment. Lance Armstrong is looking as one step from child molester, and A-Rod gets to a celeb to take no heat for. Yeah, F him. I never ever liked him at all. But now he's on here with the blemishes. You know, look at him. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think J-Lo brought out the bitch in you. That's what I think she did. Yes, she did. I think she brought out the straight bitch in you. What is with this new thing with guys wearing makeup? This is what you wrought, women. You women wrought this. Yeah, Sarah, I'm talking to you too. I know you probably are asking yourself, hey, I didn't do this. Yes, you did. Women like you didn't stand up. You know, I bring up Edmund Burke. Edmund Burke, right? You know? You sat idly by while these trifling whores bitched up every man that they got near. I need you to be more sensitive. I need you to care more. I need you to find your feminine side. I need you to get up in your feelings. Put on these pantyhose. That's right, get with me on a more spiritual plane. F up out of here. I need you to be more understanding to my needs and my wants and my... Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. It's not going to happen, ladies. What happened, guys? What happened? Did you so badly want to get with women that you were willing to dress up like them? Did you want those panties so badly that you figured if you can't beat them, join them? And ladies, before you take that the wrong way, I do not mean to physically beat you. No, don't be confused. I played that correctly. Tell the truth. These guys, what did they do? They want so badly to be with these girls that all of a sudden they start lightening up in the pants. These guys don't even want to be dudes anymore. They don't want to be masculine. They want to be pretty. Pretty. Alex Rodriguez, this guy was a highly paid baseball player in sport. He's 45. He's getting all the broads. He's doing J-Lo and every other sloppy broad that he could get his hands on. He's a man's man. So we thought. Now what does he do when he breaks up with J-Lo? He's on camera putting blemish makeup on. What am I saying? And look, I'm not saying that this guy Alex Rodriguez represents all men or he represents men at all. But who's he selling this to? Alex Rodriguez doesn't appeal to the guys who would put on makeup. Or does he? Baseball fans across the country are saying, what? Alex, what are you trying to sell me? What's this nonsense? Priced at $17 and available in 8 shades. The shades, hold on, it gets better. The shades are sleek, discreet. The product is made with ingredients including aloe extract and jojoba seed to help smooth and moisture the skin. Yes, indeed. While many of A-Rod's fans praise the latest endeavor in the comments, I don't see anything wrong with doing their thing to look good, one wrote. Others couldn't help but invoke the famous XO beauty skincare line at the beginning of 2021. Apparently someone's intrigued by this story. Who do we have on the line?
What's up? This is Eric Washington.
I'm not too bad, just chilling, smoking.
Chilling, smoking. Eric, I hope you're just smoking a cigarette.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Eric, why'd you call?
I was just trying to see what the topic of discussion was today.
Well, right now at this point, we're talking about Alex Rodriguez putting out a makeup line for men. Are you interested in men's makeup by any chance, Eric? I'm not suggesting that you would be, but I'm trying to figure out whether or not Alex Rodriguez is appealing to men like you and I.
He absolutely is not, but for the LGBTQ community, I would imagine that a baseball player wouldn't be the role model. So I don't think he's going to make a lot of money. I think it's just a pure cash grab. He can't be into men's makeup. I mean, obviously he's been a broadcaster, so makeup is a part of that.
Right.
So maybe he's gotten familiar with that part of it and decided, you know what I mean, for maybe newscasters or whatever, here, try this. So it's going to be a very limited market.
Yeah, market, without a doubt. You're 100% on point with that. But my question is where was this market ever anywhere? Like, I never saw anyone thinking about this market in a serious way. Like, I don't remember anybody saying, you know what we don't have? We don't have men's makeup lines. I don't remember.
Right.
I don't remember anybody remotely thinking we need to have a men's makeup line, and I damn sure don't remember anybody in the quote unquote sports saying that we needed to have a makeup line. Now, I don't know whether or not you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, but I'm about to post a picture because I got one here, and this picture is just classic. Because I think this is going to follow A-Rod for the rest of his life. Hopefully, let me see if I can get this. I can find this picture. I know I just downloaded it. Come on, A-Rod, where are you? I know you're here. See this picture. Where are you watching us, Eric? If I may ask, where you tuning in from?
Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. Oh, Eric, I'm assuming that you watch me on Kings in the Morning.
No, I haven't. I just typed in call-in radio, and you were the first one that came up.
Really? Really? Where are you from?
I'm from Alaska.
No. Please, sir, indulge me.
Wasilla.
No, you're from Wasilla?
Yep.
You mean Sarah Palin's neck of the woods?
Yep. My parents actually live across the lake from her.
Oh, so technically you can see Sarah Palin's house from your house.
Right.
You remember the famous Tina Fey line, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so if you're watching on Facebook, can you see the picture I just put up of Alex Rodriguez?
Let me check.
So, folks, there it is. Alex Rodriguez at a vanity applying makeup for his new makeup line. Just so you can get a look of this. This is exactly what we're coming to. Now, I know that people are probably saying to themselves, oh, come on, Reese. Why can't a guy wear makeup? I'll tell you why a guy can't wear makeup, okay? Because a guy's blemishes are what make him a guy. All right? Chicks dig scars, man. You know, men are rugged, rough. We don't need this clean, pure. Like, we don't need to look like Lance Bass from NSYNC. Okay? Lance Bass looks like Lance Bass because he's trying to appeal to a completely different group of people. Alex Rodriguez is supposed to be a guy's guy. That does not look. I mean, that doesn't look natural. Eric, does that look natural?
With the picture of his brush against his face?
Yes.
Yeah, no. when I think about A-Rod, I do not picture that.
Look,
and now I will for the rest of eternity.
You are 100% right. You will be picturing that for the rest of eternity. That's right. Alex, this is an absolute no-go. And I know people are being nice to you because they want you to feel good about yourself. And I'm sure that they want you to look your best now that you've broken up with J-Lo.
Right.
Yeah. White Mike says that men have been wearing makeup in Korea for years. I did not know that. But what kind
That's gotta be just a Korean thing.
I couldn't imagine it was a Korea thing. So Mike, since you're here, and I usually don't do this with our guests, but since you called in, and I appreciate you looking this up, so you know nothing about Reese on the radio, I presume.
No.
Okay. But you're here anyway, and you live in Alaska. Have you lived there all your life?
No, I moved up here when I was about 10 years old.
Are you 30s or 40s now?
I'm 29.
Ah, wow, right at it. Okay, so since you were 10, so we're looking 19 years now. You lived up there.
Right.
Person of color? Not that matters. I'm just asking.
I'm white.
No.
Yep.
You are?
What do I got? Yeah, I got that Earl Jones on you.
Yeah, you kind of have like there's a degree, like a dark hue in your voice, not color, but I'm saying that the way that your voice is. Yeah, it's a little bit. So you lived in Alaska, originally from where?
Vegas.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you live in Wasilla. You're in Alaska of all places. Would you consider it low key, down to earth, quiet?
Yeah, it is. It's super low key. It's super quiet. The people are different up here. You get stuck somewhere, someone's gonna stop and pull you out. You know what I mean? It's just a whole different vibe up here of friendliness. Everyone really has each other's backs and everything.
Right. So there's a real sense of community.
Right. Great community.
Wow, that's interesting. So I'm assuming that you watch the news and you follow sort of like current events to some degree. I mean, not that if you're a hawk, I don't want to assume that you are, but I'm pretty sure that you do. So do you get the sense of? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I dabble. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you dabble. So what do you get the sense of the lower 48 is like? Do you get the impression from news media that it's like all foil and toil? It's like let's get rid of A-Rod, by the way, and get his picture off here. Is it all like? Do you get the impression that down here it's like mayhem, bedlam? People are killing each other. Yeah, dogs and cats. Dogs and cats living together. It's like anarchy.
Yeah, no.
What's the impression you get of us?
Of course not. Our impression is you guys maybe need to calm down a little bit. You know what I mean? Take the edge off. Places like Detroit, Chicago, LA. You know what I mean? But of course, there's the nicer parts. You know what I mean? That don't get all the gangs and all the violence and whatnot.
Right.
I plan on moving here pretty soon. I can't take the limited golfing. I'm a golfing nerd now, and 3 months, 4 months is not enough. You know what I mean?
So you only get 3 months worth of golfing in Alaska, and you need to be in a place where you can golf at least more than that.
Right.
What would be?
We have six solid months of winter, and then like 2 months of breakup on each side of that.
Oh wow! What would be your ideal amount of golf? Like as far as like a year, would you could deal with 6 months of it?
Oh, I need 12 months for sure.
San Diego might be
going to Florida or Texas.
Go to San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can afford it.
Right.
In San Diego, this is absolutely true, folks. If you've never heard this is 100% true. San Diego's average temperature year-round is 74 degrees.
No way. That's beautiful.
It's got the best weather ever. If you even look it up, it's San Diego comes at the top of the list. Now, the Panhandle is okay, but remember, Florida, you've got to deal with one serious mitigating factor about Florida every August till November, and that's hurricane season. Florida deals with that all the time. But San Diego, and I went and looked this up a couple of years ago, that is the best place to live as far as weather's concerned. But the cost of living is sky high. It's ridiculous there. And, that's pretty much what you have to contend with. Now, I'm assuming that you're in, do you own a business? Do you work in, what particular field do you work in?
I'm going to HVAC school currently.
Okay, all right, recession-proof. HVAC is a great industry to be in. That's a great industry. You can work anywhere you want as long as you are skilled in that. San Diego may not be for you, though. Texas might be okay, but don't forget, they do get bouts of like winter weather that's incredible. And they have some hurricanes they deal with. Dallas-Fort Worth is probably the best area to deal with good weather. You only get like periodic points of where you get some snow. It's like almost an anomaly, so to speak. Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's still moderately conservative. I don't know where you fit on politically, but the reason why I say conservative as opposed to liberal is that you don't get a lot of high taxes in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Right.
So now you said your family still lives there. So mom and dad still alive, still live in Wasilla.
Right. They're both up here.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay. They're both, and they are now. If they're 29, I'm assuming that they're somewhere in my age. Like I'm 51.
Yeah, they're late 50s.
Late 50s. Okay. All right. So late 50s. They're not retired. They still working?
Or no. Yeah, they are. He does HVAC in a remote village, or all the remote villages way up north, where it gets -20, -30, where you have 14-foot snow berms that are caving you in, can't go out anywhere.
Damn.
Where they eat fish head soup. They rot out fish heads, literally, and make a soup out of it. They eat everything up there. Bugs, sticks, everything.
Oh, wow. Now, and what does mom do?
She works at a Curves fitness gym that her brother owns.
Oh, so mom's fit. Like mom's so she's like, okay, so mom's like, mom's still, getting it in. She's probably in there kickboxing, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing a couple of rounds.
Oh yeah.
And with the personal trainer, you know what I'm saying, doing the yoga. I tried to do the yoga thing. I tried to do the yoga thing for a little while. I can't do it. Standing still is not my strong suit.
Okay, right. Yeah, me neither.
So how is your folks think? Did you tell your folks about moving down to the lower 48? I mean, are they freaked out for that or?
Yeah. Yeah, they know I'm destined to go.
Oh, really?
I think I'm gonna get a summer job up here and make Alaska my summer thing, so I can spend 3 months up here golfing.
Okay.
Out of the year.
Well, that's good. Hey, dude, 29, man. You got your world ahead of you. You're not married, right? No married, no kids, no marriage, nothing like that, right?
Nope.
Oh, dude.
Nope, single.
Nah, so you're gonna be great. Now listen to me, Eric. I'm gonna give you some advice nobody bothered to give me. Now I know you have parents, and I don't want you taking advice from strangers, but I am a qualified professional. So I want you to listen very closely because I know what I'm talking about here. Okay? I'm gonna help you out.
Right.
All right. Okay. It's okay for you to get married after 35. But once you reach 40, you're done for. Now, let me explain to you why. Okay? The only reason why after 40 you're done for is that you do not want a 40-year gap between you and your child. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's too far. You'll never be able to relate to a child 40 years their senior. Okay? Now, you're already 29, so in essence, that puts you at 30 years their senior, but it's okay for you to be 35 years. Now, everybody's probably saying to themselves, well, Reese, what the hell is the difference between 5 years? I'll explain it to you. When you're 35 and your kid graduates from college, right? You're still in the game. You're still in the game. You're still old enough to watch them go to college. You're still old enough. You're still old enough to watch them graduate, to get their own family, to be an active member. An active member of the family as a grandfather. When you wait that long. But once you start getting into the 40 range, right? You're 60 by the time the kid's graduating. And by the time the kid decides to do what it is that they're going to do with themselves, you're in your 70s and in your 80s. You don't get a chance to enjoy the grandkids. By then, you're probably have dementia and you don't even know who the kids are. Right? Who's this kid? Right. Why is this kid in my house? What are you bringing strangers in here for? You don't want to do that. So between 35 and 40, right? In fact, try to do it before 40. So try 35 to 38, 39. Try to find that right one that you're going to have babies with and be married to right around that wheelhouse. In fact, start dating her around 32 to 33 and then make a dash for it, 35. When you know that she's the one, 35 years old, talk about getting married and do the whole 9 yards. By the way, the audience is asking me to ask you, ask him how not diverse his town is. Is Wasilla not diverse?
Okay, so I probably went to high school with 5 or 7 African Americans.
5 to 7
Native community. Yeah, and we graduated probably 175.
Wow. Okay. Were they all were the African American kids all military brats?
Some of them were,
Right.
Not all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of military up there in Alaska. I've heard that over the past 20 to 30 years. That a lot of them went up there for the military. So yeah, I can gather that. So there's a lot of Native Americans there. That much I know. A lot of natives. Do you hunt at all? Are you in that scene up in Alaska?
No, I'm not a hunter. I'm not a fisher. That's why I'm surprised I've survived up here so long.
So wait a minute. You're 20. Hold on. You're 29 years old. You're living with Scylla. You're not involved in hunting or fishing, which is like literally like the sport of choice.
And never shot a gun, and I'll fish maybe 3 times in the summer. I'm out golfing, and when it freezes, I'm out on the rink.
Okay, so you're a hockey guy.
Right.
Okay, who's your team?
Vegas.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. Oh, that's where you were born and raised. I mean, you're born in Vegas. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
And even though they're relatively new, it's nice that, I mean, I think it's great that they have a team now. And now you got the Raiders in Vegas. Are you a fan of theirs now, too?
Oh, my God. Since I was born, I've been Oakland bred.
Really? Interesting. So it must have been
black and silver.
Yeah, so it must have been sort of like destiny when they came to Nevada, right?
Absolutely. I was thrilled. The stadium's awesome, too. It looks like the Death Star.
That's great. Catherine, you did not know that you were older than me. No, I did not know that you were older than me, Catherine. Hey, but you're doing things that I would never, ever dream of. Catherine is one of my faithful listeners back in my Boston days when I did radio up there, and she's a very accomplished singer. So I appreciate you checking me out, Eric. It has absolutely been a pleasure to talk to you because I didn't have that much to talk about. I was going to talk about Alex Rodriguez. I was also going to talk about the Tim Tebow. It was going to be a very sports-oriented show today because Tim Tebow is one of my favorite players in the world, and I've got a great story about him that just came out about him since he's joined the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But I appreciate you calling. I really, really hope that you will follow me on Facebook. And the show is on from Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what are you Pacific?
I think no, we are something completely different.
So you're not okay. So
I forget what we are.
In California, I would be at 6 p.m. So what time is it there now?
Okay. It is 5:30.
Okay, so all right. So in your case, it would be 5 o'clock at your time. Damn, you're one time zone behind California.
Right.
Damn, that's interesting. Okay, so it would be 5 p.m. Eastern your time, Monday through Friday. Oh, 5 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. Not Pacific. I have no idea what it would be. But it would be 5 p.m. your time in Alaska.
Right.
And that's Monday through Friday. So I hope that you'll follow us on Facebook, and I hope you'll tune in from time to time, if not every day.
Yeah, I'll definitely check you out.
All right, man. Thank you. And trust me, you will love this show. It is funny. It is informative. It does it all. And, just hang out. Trust me. Follow me for a week, and you'll see exactly what it's like, man. And I appreciate you calling.
Right on.
All right, man. You're welcome. Look at that. All the way in Alaska, and he just looked up talk shows, and my name came up. You know? Hey, Carl, isn't that weird? That's just like it did for our moving company. People just find out, oh, you're only 54. That's not bad. That's young. That's young. Look at that. Eric's mom, she's in her late 50s. She's out there doing yoga. Applause to Eric. Thank you very much for calling in, man. We appreciate that. And now that I have your personal number, yes, Catherine is liberal and she loves me. Thank you. I love you too, Catherine. All right. Okay, it was just a phone call. Stop applauding. Anyway, Tim Tebow, folks, let me tell you something about character. Character precedes you. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and start telling you, I know everything there is to know about character. You Yeah, Reese, you're going to sit up on high and tell us the things about character. No. Look, I doubt I have enough character. I don't think I have the amount of character that I should have. You know, sometimes I fall short. We all do. But there are some of us that I believe are really, really up there who are inspiring and truly character-based. They do it to a fault. Like, they do it to the point where it's just, they don't even care what you think of them. They just have a good soul. And it's probably, I mean, you don't know what they're like privately. I'm pretty sure that some days he's probably cursing to the high heavens about the criticism and the mean things that people say about him. And I'm sure that sometimes it gets him down. But Tim Tebow has got to be one of the most genuine and sweetest and kindest persons I see from my purview. And I really, every time I hear him speak, sometimes I'm ashamed to even watch him. Sometimes I'm almost embarrassed to even listen to him because I know I'm not living up to that ideal. Like, I watch him sometimes and I just go, gosh, he's so nice. He's such a good person. He's always so inspiring. And I don't feel all that inspired at times. And sometimes he's so good and so nice. And I just go, yeah, Tebow, I wish I could be like you. I try. But you know what? Sometimes the world just gets me down, or something just got me so upset. I can't receive your message right now. I can't receive the joy that you're trying to bring into my life, because you know what? I need to wallow in this because I'm feeling self-pity. You know, I need to wallow in my own self-pity right now, and it's hard to receive your message. But never once do I forsake him. I do not look at Tim Tebow and say, damn him, he's always so joyous. Damn him, he's always talking about Jesus. Damn him and his Christianity. Like, he doesn't make me jealous. He doesn't even make me envious. He lets me know that I can be better. And sometimes I don't want to be. Sometimes the devil has got me by the throat. Sometimes, my mother laughing in the background. Sometimes he does, because I'm human. Sometimes the devil's got you and say it. Say the evil thing you wish to say. Be the bad guy you always wanted to be. And I do it because it's easy. I do it. Sometimes the devil has got me. And I got to say it sometimes. What'd you say, Ma? The devil made me do it. Yeah, the devil made me do it. The devil's be like, you see that person over there? Ridicule them. You see that woman over there who's doing that ungodly thing? Insult her. Judge her. Pass judgment on her and her nappy-headed kids. Do it. So sometimes the devil's got me. He does. The devil got me. But the devil's never got Tebow, at least from what I could see. He's just a nice guy. I just think that he's inspiring. And I don't, like I said, I don't know, Catherine, I don't know whether or not Tebow is real. I don't know whether or not he's like the real deal. It's tough sometimes to tell. But I look at him sometimes and I just go, you know what? What's so wrong with the guy? So what? He loves Jesus. So what? He wants everybody to love Jesus. So what? He wants everybody to do great. And that's what he preaches. Well, I tell this story because he's only been one day back in the NFL. And he's got the best-selling jersey on the NFL.com. I mean, come on. The poor guy is ridiculed about his play. Can't be a quarterback. Is now coming in as a tight end. He doesn't have the name recognition of a Tom Brady. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Tyreek Hill. He's not Rob Gronkowski. He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Marshawn Lynch. He's none of these guys. He's not Larry Fitzgerald. He's none of these guys. He's just a guy who's tried out for and sometimes just failed miserably. But he just keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. And he does it with an air and a smile on his face that kind of is inspiring. This is a story out of News 4, Jacksonville. One day back in the NFL, and Tim Tebow has the best-selling jersey in the NFL. The top 5 items on NFLshop.com are all Tebow's number 85 Jaguar jerseys. Tebow signed a 1-year contract with the Jaguars on Thursday morning, making his conversion from quarterback to tight end complete. Men and women's black Jaguars Tebow jerseys were listed on sale at $119.99 and held the 2 top spots in sales. Tebow's 00 t-shirts were on sale for $34.99 and listed 3rd and 4th in sales. Youth Tebow jerseys were $34.99 and they are in 5th. Rookie Justin Fields had the next best 3 items, followed by Tom Brady, Devontae Smith, Trey Lance, number 1 overall selection, Trevor Lawrence's number 16 teal Jaguars jersey was 12th on the list. Trevor Lawrence. He was 12th on the list. Starting quarterback. Well, he should be. And Tim Tebow, a tight end, outsold him. How's that possible? And a lot of people are tweeting, it's like, you know what? Maybe character does matter. Like, what's his name? Like, what's his name? Van Jones says, character matters. Finally, we don't wake up to a bad tweet. Now I can tell my son that character matters. Please shut the F up. So I got to give it to Tim Tebow. God bless him. I mean, I love the guy. He's such a good guy. He's just good. Yeah, Urban Meyer isn't stupid. Tebow is the most beloved Gator of all time. And Jacksonville is still part of Gator Nation. But see, that's something, Mike, you bring up something that I'm trying to avoid. Because I don't want to go negative on Tebow. Because I don't think this was his fault. But Tebow, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Tebow has a national championship. And I know that Tebow has a Heisman Trophy. I'm certain of both of those. I feel like he won a title twice under Urban Meyer, but I could be wrong. But Tebow has a Heisman Trophy. And he's won a national title. But with all of that being said, when he was drafted into the NFL, I was shocked that he didn't go to Jacksonville. And I thought that would be the natural place for him to go. Because, one, he'd be home. The fans would show up for him, even if they were miserable. But it would be a building process with Tebow there instead of going to all of these other places. Hey, I'm sorry, Ron. I don't mean to rip on Van Jones, but the him and what's his name, Bakari Sellers, they go to CNN to cry. I mean, that's what they show up for. I mean, CNN has a little slot for them. It's like, that we need a crying Negro over at CNN at 9. Who we got? Oh, Van's not available? Get Bakari. Yep, no problem. He's got to cry on cue. Can he cry on cue? No problem. All right, send him a limo. Him and Bakari, man. I think they're the two reasons. I think Bakari Sellers and Van Jones are the reason that Alex Rodriguez is selling makeup right now. I swear to God, I think that's why. I think that's the reason why that Alex Rodriguez is selling makeup. I think that he's selling makeup right now for Bakari and Van Jones. Anyway, that being said, what was I talking about? Yeah, Tim Tebow. He should have gone with Jacksonville. I wish he had gone with Jacksonville because I would have followed Jacksonville, and I loved him. I read this great article about him after he won the national title, and it was such a great article. I knew nothing about him, and after reading this article, whoever wrote it was a glowing article. It was a fluff piece. I get it, but it made me start following him, and then I found out about his mom and the charities that they're involved with, and the Philippine mission that they do, where they're adopted all of these children. And every time I learned something new about him, I fall in love with him. But I have to give this full disclosure, folks. Full disclosure. I need to know what the ultimate selling point about Tim Tebow was. Tim Tebow. I have to get the applause ready. Tim Tebow and I were born on the same day, August 14th. That's right, damn it. All of my favorite football players are born on my birthday. Yep. My two favorite football players. If you know anything about me, because this will be a trivia question, my two favorite football players are Tim Tebow and Wayne Corbett. Number 80, New York Jets. Back in the 80s, now 90s, sorry, in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s, Wayne Corbett, walk-on from Hofstra University. Wayne Corbett and Tim Tebow, both born August 14th. That's right. Applaud them both. And Carl, if you say anything about me and my attraction to short white men, I will take it out on you tomorrow. Both of them are incredibly short. Anyway, enough about Tim Tebow, bro. Too much TV during midlife can put your brain at risk for dementia later on. Anybody know that? There's an old saying which warns that television will rot your brain. Several new studies find that might be true. Researchers find that watching more TV each day throughout adulthood and middle age can age the brain faster and put viewers at greater risk for cognitive decline later in life. Study authors also discovered moderate to high TV viewing during midlife also has a connection to lower gray matter volumes. However, sedentary behaviors which stimulate the brain, such as reading, did not have the same negative effects. Gray matter is the darker tissue in the brain and spinal cord. It helps to coordinate muscle control. Oh, White Mike is in here. I should have known better. White Mike, what did I say that triggered you?
Right. People don't understand how absolutely beloved Tim Tebow is in the Gator Nation.
No, they don't.
Tim Tebow is the most beloved Florida Gator of all time.
Yes, he is.
More than the old Bull Hulk Steve Spurrier. He's a god to these people.
Yes, he is.
That's what's selling these tickets. And I said here, screwed up before they got Brady, when they were still hanging with their lame quarterback. They should have gone after Tim Tebow in the draft and sold tickets. Whether he turned out to be a great quarterback or not, Tim Tebow is going to put butts in seats.
He always does.
I guarantee you the Jaguars are going to have sellouts this year just for people hoping to see Tebow play tight end. Even if he sucks, they just want to see the guy. Even if he's not great at it, it's a smart move to bring him in because he is a positive force in the locker room.
That he is. And I agree with that. I think them crap. But see, here's the part that I find even more interesting, Mike. And a lot of people need to acknowledge this. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to have the cameras all locker room. It's Jacksonville. and everyone is talking about Tim Tebow. And they're going to be all over that locker room, and it'll be for one reason and one reason alone, to talk about Tim Tebow and how good he is or how bad he is. And they will put attention.
Let's not forget who their coach is going to be now. You know, quite possibly the greatest college coach of the last.
Well, yeah, but they put a spotlight. They put a spotlight on him. Now, I was watching Colin Cowherd from Fox Sports 1. He immediately wrote this off as a gimmick to put Tim Tebow in Jacksonville. He wrote it off as a gimmick. He said he understood it, but he wrote it off as a gimmick. But from what I gather, I think Tim Tebow might know this position better than most. Because I'm under the impression, wasn't Aaron Hernandez on his team?
Oh, yeah. Aaron Hernandez was the guy they make him not be a gangbanging piece of crap.
That's correct.
He failed, but,
yeah,
that was...
He said Tim Tebow failed miserably.
Yeah, Tim Tebow couldn't pull that guy back from the dark side.
No matter how much. But I'm trying to figure out, why did Tim Tebow and Aaron Hernandez, why were they pitted together? Was Tim Tebow a tight end? No, he was a quarterback.
No, he was a quarterback. But Urban Meyer thought that Tim Tebow, being such a good person, could be the guy to kind of rein Aaron Hernandez in. Didn't work because Hernandez was hanging out with the Pouncey brothers and really shot somebody in Gainesville, apparently, and ruptured somebody at the eardrum in a bar fight. So Tim just tapped out on him and said, look, even I can't save this dude.
Tim said, Tim Tebow said, nah, even I can't save this guy.
Yeah, he couldn't. I mean, it's a very smart move on Urban Meyer's part. Urban Meyer, is not without his own controversy. He didn't exactly run clean programs.
Right.
But he did have winning programs where he went.
That he did. And I think, you know what?
He was in UF.
I think that Jacksonville is literally going to be the team that everyone watches. I think that the spotlight will be on Florida. I think Florida will be a big story because you got Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow over there on Jacksonville, and then right across the freaking, right across to the opposite side of the bay, you got Tom Brady coming back again to see if he can win a Super Bowl again. So,
and buddy, let me tell you what, if anybody doubts that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to kick some ass this year, they need to look at last year. You look at what happened with the Patriots, and people for years said, oh, well, it's the system in New England. Obviously not, now is it?
No, it is not, because...
Obviously not the system.
Yeah, everybody thought...
Same system minus...
Tom Brady.
3 guys.
Yep.
And minus Tom Brady, Gronk, and the criminal wide receiver, whoever this guy is.
Oh, Anthony Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take those 3 guys out of the system, and New England's got nothing.
Yeah, but you know what?
With the much vaunted Cam Newton.
Yeah, it's funny because I said that because I used to say that I used to tell this joke that says that somebody says, why does New England keep winning? I said, because Bill Belichick takes all of them in a bunker and then tells the team that they're not allowed to see him unless they come back with a Super Bowl. But truth be told, yeah, I think you're kind of right.
Yeah, Tom Brady is just one of those people that is going to win the goddamn game.
Yeah.
He does not like to lose, apparently. I think it really bothers him a lot.
I think it does, too.
He doesn't do it very much.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And people here love him. Like, Tom Brady is as beloved in Florida as he ever was in New England. And you heard about the ticket prices on the Bucs going up to Boston this year, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I think the nosebleeds are $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not people flying from Tampa to go to Boston to watch this game.
Yeah, that's true.
That's people in New England who want to see Tom Brady come back.
Yeah, and they want. And the worst part about it is they want him to come back to watch him beat them.
Yeah, it's going to be hilarious to see how much.